Hello and welcome to Grapple Games TV. This is Josh Fozzard, and today we've got the Journey into Nyx Game Day match for you. We have Damon and Corey who battled through the top 8 cut and made it to the final round. Corey is playing a red-green devotion deck, leads off with a Temple of Abandon, and Damon is playing a black devotion deck, splashing green.
No, that would be the. I mean, the going new house of the two.
Alright, so Damon draws, and let's see if he gets to start out with a signature Thoughtseize. Yep. Alright, so he loses 2 life, pays 2 life to place Thoughtseize. Gets to see Corey's hand, which consists of Sephoris, Pelucranos, Courser Crufix, Dami Raid, Sylvan Caryatid, and looks like another forest. So Damon is writing down all of Corey's cards. Marks them off when Corey plays them. Full information's not so bad. Alright, so he decides to go ahead and get rid of the Pelucranos and pass his turn. Corey taps 2 for a Sylvan Caryatid. Great 0/3 Defender Hexproof mana dork. Definitely helps in a lot of matchups. Can't be removed. Blocks a lot of early aggro plays. And Damon plays his turn 2 Pack Rat. So Corey taps 3 for the Courser Crufix. Now he gets to play with the top card of his library revealed. It's a land, so he gets to play that land, gains a life. And he's got a Garruk sitting on top of his library. Damon untaps on his turn. And plays a land, passes turn. Looks like he's going to go with the Pack Rat plan. Make tons of Pack Rats. Hopefully get them bigger than whatever your opponent has. So it looks like Corey has a land on top of his library, so he can bring that in, gain a life from Courser. It's a Temple, so he gets to scry. Zenigo sitting on top. Red-green devotion deck is very well known for generating tons of mana and shooting out creatures as fast as possible. Looks like he is tapping 3 for a Domri. Comes out with 3 loyalty counters. He'll plus it up. Get to look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature, you get to keep it. But since we already know it's a Xenagos, he passes turn. Damon taps 3. End of his turn. Looks like he's going to be discarding for a Pack Rat. Discards a land and gets a Pack Rat token.
Well, then we'll see what happens.
So it looks like Damon's hand he's got a Gray Merchant, a couple of other lands. Can't quite see what else is in there. So he plays down a Temple of Malady. Gets a Scry on. And it looks like he decides to keep that card on top.
I would have sent it to you too.
And then he swings in with his 2 Pack Rats, since there's 2 of them. They're 2/2s. And Corey does have a Courser, which is a 2/4, so he'll block 1 of the Pack Rats. Damon in response discards a card, makes another rat, so now 3 3s. So his doesn't die. The one that was unblocked gets in for 3 damage. Corey plays a land, it's a shock land, so he pays 2 life, but then he gains 1 from the Courser.
Can't play one of them right now.
At least you can't play. Oh, that sucks.
Key card in his
Yeah.
deck is Nykthos, which is sitting on top of his library.
Play this guy. Which I should have done last turn. And, plus, Nebraska. Yeah, if I didn't
Let's
cast
see if I get a
Nebraska,
burn.
just cast that.
Alright, looks like he's tapping 5 to play out the Arbor Colossus. Big giant 6/6 with reach that can go monstrous and get even bigger. Oh, it looks like last round the pack rat was actually going after Domri, so Domri's down to 1.
You got Prime Origin today?
To be honest, I don't know when I'll be able to be more in.
What do we got?
Everybody's waiting on loud.
Alright, so it looks like Damon is contemplating what to do. He's been on the pack rat plan since the beginning, since turn 2. Big giant 6/6 definitely puts a wrinkle in his plan, since it'll be a little while before he can actually have at least 6 or 7 pack rats to get over that guy.
Got any boxes of Legacy still?
No. I'm not
Looks
gonna
like Mono Black usually runs lots of removal, but it looks like Damon hasn't drawn any. Oh, he's got a Mutavault, Gray Merchant, and looks like maybe a Whip of Erebos.
We both had purple
Oh,
suits.
there was no. So, yeah. You feel the difference. Wow.
Winning by top decking?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right, looks like Damon's choosing to lay down his Mutavault
Next attack, I got a blasted gene.
and then pass his
Oh, if I
turn.
didn't screw that up, that second one,
Yeah, you would've-
I could have had that carrot.
Can't swing in without losing a pack rat,
I got all
Fair enough.
weakening his forces.
Oh,
Corey drops down the Nykthos, gaining a life off of Courser. He's going to plus up Domri, be able to draw that Nylea sitting up there. Very beautiful Nylea with altered art.
I think I have everything that's a 3-drop go down to all the 2s. The duels are
And Pelucranos is sitting up there again.
Oh, that Force of Will is one that I don't know.
So Corey right now, he can,
I it's taking too long to get money together. I sold it.
looks like he's tapping 4 for Xenagos.
I was just sitting here thinking, actually, that last turn, I was like, damn it, I'm gonna put Pact Negation in here too.
And he'll tap his Caryatid, another land, and Nykthos to generate a bunch of mana. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. Which he drops the Grook that he drew a couple turns ago for 6.
One that I guess I never really thought much about using. And back when
Pluses it up and gets to reveal the top 5 cards of his library and keep any creatures. It looks like he's got some juicy guys. Satyr Wayfinder, Burning Tree, and that Pelucranos.
You're going to get rid of something big, but yeah, I can see how it works.
Because I have Galvanoff with the Paragon. So it's an instant sorcery. Upkeep.
He still has a couple floating mana,
Hope it's a blasted
2
gene.
mana. So he plays out the Burning Tree Emissary, which gives him 2 more mana.
Send it in 3 times.
Burning Tree's so good. And then he plays down the Voyaging Satyr, which starting next turn will allow him to start untapping that Nykthos and just generate tons and tons of mana.
Sure thing. There's very few current. There's a bunch of stuff for EDH. Not even good. But just
So Corey still has another handful of threats. He's got his Nylea, another Pelucranos. Looks like he's wanting to play the Nylea. Fortunately, he's out of mana. I remember. So yeah, Plus up Xenagos, get a bunch of mana, and he pops out Nyx. So that'll give all of his creatures trample. Looks like Damon is making another pack rat. So he's got 4 now, so he's got 4/4 pack rats. He's got a Mutavault, which he can activate to also make it a rat, making him 5/5s.
Yeah, we're down to the base set today.
I was just going through my old cards, resaving things, putting them in stuff.
I can't quite see what's in Damon's hand, see what he's contemplating, but
I have some more stuff at home I just haven't put in here. I just didn't feel like putting on my
yeah, he's definitely looks like he's fighting an uphill battle with all these big creatures, indestructible creatures. Corey's got planeswalkers that are plussing up, threatening to ultimate. Definitely not a very good situation to be in.
Just get a little coat. Sit there.
Damon is giving this definitely some heavy thought, trying to find the right answer.
I'm using Riku when I cash profit, so I've got 2.
Taking a look at Nyx. Yes, it's giant, and yes, it's indestructible. Can also pump things up. So right now, Damon could discard something, make Pack Rat, activate Mutavault, and have 6/6 Mutavaults. Or 6/6 Pack Rats. Nyx is turned on.
And then move.
Conceal.
You want to see Lord of the World?
Catch fire on fire and then go. Yes, it'll be the last area you can do that with.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up the torch on my
Okay.
Good.
Seems like most of his choices just aren't that good right now.
Fire only turns off for regeneration. It doesn't actually do more damage. Okay.
Alright, so it looks like he's tapping the 4 mana for the Whip of Erebos. That'll give his Pack Rats some lifelink.
So is my fire metal doing more damage?
No. Well, it's doing 4 extra. But fire damage.
It looks like he's trying to decide if he's going to actually attack.
Yeah. But I mean, are there fire arrows doing extra fire damage as well, or is it just turn off for generation?
Attacking with all 4.
It's actually doing fire damage.
Correct.
Hey, Eric. I ate one of my shots.
So right now he can only activate Mutavault and make them 5/5s. So Corey is going to block 1 with the
But I mean, I gotta
Arbor Colossus, 1 with Nyx.
If you move here, I could go grab it, and it would be on me. You could dip it on me. So that's where I would move and shoot it, unless it's gonna affect your concealment. Is she getting concealment from that? You can swim out.
There should be like a Harvard's kind of fearless, but I think technically that might be a valid. There should be like a skill factor, right?
Or is there some kind of action that a doll can take to hand him a flaming arrow? That's an option. You don't use mine for much, do you? So I'm gonna.
He does.
Right.
Corey trying to decide if he's going to block with any of his other creatures.
Enemies can cover to each other by letting shards.
Looks like he puts Burning Tree and Courser on both on one of the pack rats.
Draw from your square. You need to be able to draw one corner, all 4 of her corners, without passing through.
All right, so Damon go ahead, activate the Mutavault, makes them 5/5s.
Take 1 point,
So he gains a bunch of life. He gains
draw a line, all 4 corners.
a total of 20 life, up to 38.
When you open the door, it creates cover.
Kills off the 2 small guys, but 2 of his pack rats die.
So in this case,
So he currently only has 2 2/2 pack rats.
you're not going to get cover. If it's here, obviously.
So she has covered because of him right now.
Yes.
All right, so Corey pluses up Garruk, gets a Courser, Primordial, and Elvish Mystic.
Turned off right now. Let's just go ahead and
Bad news. Definitely some bad news for Damon.
She's like right there. Nice.
Yes.
Good damage.
Number 2. All right. I guess he just got Shroud.
All right, looks like Corey's tapping 3, maybe for his Courser. Makes the top card revealed. It is a Sylvan Caryatid.
Run back.
Someone's shadow. She can summon 4 of them.
Okay. So that's not the same troll, then, right?
Nope. So what she's going to do, she's going to spend another minor.
How many minors?
I think here he actually mistakenly plussed up Garruk a second time.
Yeah, she's moved minor if she wants to.
Annoying that you do fight vampires later.
Focus on her.
And he did actually see what the second card was.
She'll action point to attack you. You're the only one there, Chief. So we're going to start with her first flaw because she has at-will attack roll, double attack.
So unfortunately, threw a little bit of wrinkle into this game.
Too far away to be stabbed. So, 22 versus AC.
That's a hit.
Guess what?
So in the northeast corner there,
Roll
lifts. You
And you can shift.
shift right there.
If both players saw the card, then I think usually you can leave it on top. In this instance, they decided to just go ahead and take the 2 cards that he had scryed to the bottom and then just give the rest of the deck a shuffle.
She is still good because she has 2 points. Now the shades go for
You can tell they're all red within.
yeah, she got she's going to tell me that she
Robes
did.
hanging on the side, some have full plate.
At least 1 of them. So the 3. 27. He doesn't have any more immediates. He just used them until his next turn.
Oh, yeah, that's what you next turn. You have to wait.
All right, so it looks like it's back to the drawing board for Corey. He can activate Nykthos for quite a bit of mana. Drops down 1 more Devotion to Green, giving him quite a bit. Looks like Damon's like, yeah, there's not really much I can do about this, so he scoops. He was on the pack rat plan, but looks Corey just was able to out-devotion him, basically, generating tons of mana and card advantage with Garruk, and just being able to pretty much play whatever he wanted. So here we are on to game 2. Damon starts off with the Temple of Malady. giving his deck a scry, shifting the card to the bottom. Corey starts his turn and brings in a Stomping Ground tapped. Damon turn 2 Pack Rats.
No, he hit her. Okay, good.
She's been hit twice, actually.
Forced for Corey, Burning Tree into the Caryatid.
Not
If you
ongoing.
get hit.
She's not taking ongoing.
If she gets hit,
She stops regenerating. It used to be, they die if you hit them with acid, but they keep regenerating. It's stupid.
Alright, so Damon drops another land, plays Lifebane Zombie,
No, they don't regenerate.
takes a look at Corey's hand. Looks like he's got some Voyaging Satyrs, a Domri Raid, and I can't quite see the other 2 cards.
What did you find?
Yeah, Peter.
Yes. You can penalize them too.
I mean, you can try to get rid of them.
And I believe until the end of your turn.
Or,
Your next turn, that is. And,
Pelucranos. Okay. So he removes the Pelucranos from his hand.
1 for 1, yeah. So you wanted to do 1 and 1, you could do that.
Corey brings in Domri and fights the Pack Rat.
get her. Well, you got concealed.
And then swings in for 2 with the Burning Tree. Damon untaps. Swings 3 at Domri, taking him out. Damon brings in a Overgrown Tomb and plays the Pack Rat.
Your arrows pass through their shadow stuff.
Corey taps 3 for a Courser. Gets a Burning Tree on top of the library.
It's your turn. Fire red will strike you off now or at the end of
Swings in for 2. Damon's at 16.
that means you can benefit from it or only allies.
I'm just gonna fill it.
Alright, Damon untaps. Draws his card. Looks like he got a land.
Don't worry about it.
And swings in just with the Lifebane, bringing Corey down to 17. Drops his land and passes turn. Alright, so we got a forest on top of the library. Corey's going to...
Nothing wrong with that. You got like 3.
it looked like he's about to play, but
I can only use 2.
he's got a second Courser in hand.
Which one did you grab?
You don't have to grab one, from what I understand. You can only choose between one of the level 1s.
I thought that was at the beginning of the day. Sorry.
No, that's
So it
just-
looks like he's thinking
I have
about
these two available, but I can only use one of it.
playing that second Courser first, so when he plays his land, then he'll gain 2 life.
I got 3 level 1s. I have to pick one.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the day.
Alright, so he plays a Burning Tree, gets 2 mana,
Those are not meant
taps the Sylvan Caryatid,
combat. They are
plays the second Courser,
supposed to burn 1 for bad.
land drop, gains 2 life.
Nobody ever does.
That was pretty good. That Burning Tree.
Implement attacks.
Another forest on top.
Affected by concealment.
Yes.
Okay.
The only thing not affected by concealment are bursts and blasts.
Alright, so Corey's swinging in for 4, the Courser and the 1 Burning Tree. Damon has 5 land available.
Because damage, the best stats is dead.
I have.
He is discarding a card
Alright, I have 3 options I can look at right now.
and double blocking the Courser.
Make enemies.
So 1 rat and 1 Courser and the Courser trade.
Never mind. I don't have Skuldora.
Damon takes 2.
I can either make him gain tons of HP plus some temporary hit points by working with Tau, or I can go ahead and try to take out number 1. What do you guys think? I can make him spend a healing
Wait,
surge
this
plus.
number 1?
Yeah. You have a lead?
Do you remember how easy the last one was?
Okay, it looks like Damon is looking at a Grey Merchant in his hand.
Or they are exceptionally
Alright, swinging in for 3 with a Lifebane.
less than 20 hit points is going to finish them
I
off.
think you should. You guys should heal out.
I mean,
Because I don't know what.
All this troll has to do is keep
Excuse me.
What I'm talking about, what's the action to eat a fruit?
Alright, so Damon pass turn.
And you gotta be careful.
Corey has a Domri on top.
I'm asking him to spend 2 surges.
Drops a forest, gains a life.
Is something you have to draw.
Yeah.
It's minor.
Yep.
And because you're feeding it to yourself like a potion, it's a little light. Fair light.
He could give up his move and then still do a standard
To
attack.
give it to somebody else, it's a minor to draw, standard to draw.
Yeah.
Same for a potion.
What I'm saying is use my. Go ahead and attack.
Alright, looks like Corey swings in for 6. No blocks from Damon, bringing him down to 8 life.
What do you guys think? 'Cause I don't know when we're going to get certain back. So if I take
Corey taps 2 for a Voyaging Satyr. And another 2 for the Scavenging Ooze. Damon discards to make a rat.
off and just we'll deal with what we have. Okay?
I'm pretty sure the number 2 guy is going to be all about. They are tired because they just got moved up.
Alright, so.
Yeah.
What would I have to do?
Alright, Damon swings in with his 2 pack rats, Life Bane Zombie. Currently the rats are 2/2s,
Al already has flanking.
so 7 damage coming at Corey right now.
And the only way you can give Al flanking in your games is to be here.
Alright,
Squares or diagonals or, yeah, it's,
I'm gonna swing and then I'll go from there. So,
okay, what you swing it?
melee basic.
Okay.
He's all for it.
Yeah.
I'll accept the
19
out
plus
right there.
13. So.
That's a yeah.
Figured out. You know what? He is a paladin. Yeah. Alright, I
So
trust
10
you
damage.
implicitly.
Okay. And
Trust your
you
son with
are
inevitable
this
betrayal.
money or this money?
That money.
Spectre
Okay.
Elf goes. I Spectre Troll.
Looks like Corey blocks with the Caryatid. And then Damon plays Grey Merchant, bringing Corey down to 6. Damon is at 14. And Damon drops a Scryland, scries his card to the bottom.
Let's see.
Corey at the end of turn eats a creature out of the graveyard, putting a counter on the Scavenging Ooze and gaining a life.
Troll 2. Well, he's probably going to anyone just
Alright, so we got Nykthos on top. You can play that with the Courser, gaining a life.
I do, and I'm thinking about being a hero.
because it'll be a coin toss between you and Al if you
I'm
play Al.
I'm looking at this.
We say, Lauren, toss the fireball in there. You guys.
Let's do it. I'm gonna move and I'm gonna cast Revitalizing Incantation, spin the surge.
Where are you moving?
I put some in my bag.
Try and beat that.
Right now it looks like Corey's devotion is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Around 10?
He can move.
Or 9, possibly.
How about if I move here?
That, let's see, let me calculate.
You cannot hit these zones. They hit the dead ends. You have to reset. For me, this is more.
Alright, so he activates Nykthos for his 9 mana. Taps the Stomping Ground to add a red, so then casts Domi Raid.
I'm saying he can. If you want to provoke him, go ahead. He's a troll.
Uses his floating mana to eat 2 creatures, putting a 2 counters on the Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze is now 5/5.
Okay.
So if he comes at me, I'll get flank. Or get close to flank.
Do it.
Actually,
Yeah, I'll go back.
I'm gonna
You go up to me or number 2, you won't be able to come around you to kill
Not
him.
without poking. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then
Alright.
you'll be able to kill this guy probably, which is a fighter. I mean, take him out and then move up to help you.
Is that fine?
So am I surgeon or?
That's still right.
I wasn't.
Okay. That will actually roll
Good.
toe to toe.
Although he can hit me now because he has reach 2.
Yes, but he won't provoke him.
Around.
All right, looks like he's using Domri to cause fights, making the Lifebane zombie and the ooze fight each other.
Well, he can move to the tree, right?
This is his chance. You go here, he provokes. You go here, he can go here without
He can
provoking.
walk around you basically. That's not getting what.
I don't want to be so close to both of them.
You mean the shadow?
I don't want to get up to her. So I'm kind of hesitant on even going to meet them.
Hey, Eric,
But
I just read, Dustin just read me something under my teeth, and it was in shadow form, and it's an immediate interrupt.
let me see.
All right, Corey passes turn. Damon untaps.
It's on your cheat sheet.
Here and pulls her away.
It looks like he drew a Thoughtseize.
As soon as this gets taken out with a freedom of movement,
If you're taking damage from its attack, you interrupt shade form, gain stacks and damage. It's like last 5 lines.
Yeah, spend a surge and then gain temporary. Do you have temporary healing already?
He does
All
not
right, the 2 pack rats swinging in.
Temporary hit points and you do your surge value. So he has
No,
14.
you don't swing. Does he?
Yeah, he spent the surge.
All right, so we have a 5/5 ooze on one of them,
21/14.
I'll provoke.
and 2 burning trees on the second.
Would I move that far?
So Damon could discard 2 cards, making his pack rats 4/4s. Still gonna lose the ones blocked by the burning trees and the one by the ooze.
So he gains 14 health, plus he gains temporary hit
It looks like maybe Corey's changing his mind.
21 plus 14.
So 35/14. So this temporary hit points would be 14. Use those first. So that makes you unbloodied. So use those first. So you have to take hit.
All right, Damon discards a card, and a second card, another Gray Merchant.
Al just got some nature healing large tips.
So
That thing disappears in a strong gust of wind. Do you really want one of your primary damage dealers spending most of his damage points on thin air?
okay. So like I said, just use.
All right, so he's able to kill off the 2 burning tree emissaries, definitely knocking a chunk out of Corey's devotion.
Charge something.
So he
He
can.
kills this, then he can move up for the next pig. We want to.
He can also eat a fruit. That's why I set him up for. So he's unbloodied right now. Alright, so let the troll 2
Right, but they
go.
want Al to strike the.
Well, let troll 2 go first and we'll find out what's going on.
Absolutely. Troll 2 is right there. You are more than welcome to.
All right, so
Planning way too far then.
You're going to outplan yourself into defeat. Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. So, first attack, that's going to be, it's the abandoned no doesn't be even 20 versus AC. Goodness.
Right there.
Nice. All right. Al, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going after the shadow.
Is he still in his
looks like maybe Corey had tapped.
It's in front of you. Most of your damage.
Sure.
The best position for you.
Okay, so he's bringing out a Voyaging Satyr, and then passes turn.
Ready?
The road.
Charge. Only you charge with the shade die. Your ready actions have very
get
specific.
that lady? She's just gonna keep doing the same.
Well, yeah.
All right, so it looks like Damon brings out a Underworld Connections, pays a life to draw a card,
Can you go without reflecting?
Yes.
So,
and then passes turn.
I am going to use the visitor for charge. I'm going to hold until the shadow dies.
ready.
All right, so Corey gets plays a land off the top, gains a life,
And when you're
has a
ready,
Garuk in hand.
you're placing additional keys. So,
I'm mercenary.
Al is ready in action for when the shade dies. Zero. Your turn.
The shade.
Okay, my character
You pull back that far.
here, and
Uses Nykthos to generate mana. Brings out Garuk. So he gets a Pelucranos, another Garuk, and another Scavenging Ooze. Oh, maybe. Oh, not Scavenging Ooze. Cetacean Tactics. Spell that basically gives a creature the fight ability, so they can tap to fight. And then it has Strive, so you can target multiple things.
What am I supposed to do?
Dude. You could shift and range attack. You could teleport.
Yeah, it seems like definitely a very good spell in Corey's deck, where he's able to generate tons of mana and then Strive and just target all of his big guys and fight an opponent's battlefield, taking out a lot of their threats.
Yeah, Shroud her again, so that's 2.
Now,
Alright, so it looks like Corey uses the Voyaging Satyr to untap and retap Nykthos, regenerating his mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like he does it again with another Voyaging Satyr. So it looks like he's Monstrosine Pelucranos. The exact numbers I'm not sure.
You can use an action point.
Your only action point is spent. You need 21.
Yeah, crit.
He absolutely is dead. Now, does your weapon have a special crit property other than damage dice? It's a key focus.
Looks like he monsters him enough to pretty much board wipe Damon.
You have 5 temporary hit points. And James immediately up to 0.
With some mana left over to eat some things out of the graveyard with Scavenging Ooze. Swings in for 6 with the Ooze. Damon is down to 7 life.
Yes. I'll add in a second. 17. Plus 17. You're going to re-roll on that die.
Corey plussed up his Domri. There's not a creature on top of his deck, so. Damon uses Underworld Connections and doesn't draw anything good. Looks like he's scooping the field. Extends the hand, and Corey wins game day with Red-Green Devotion. Very powerful deck. When that engine gets going, it's really hard to stop. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this game. We'll be releasing another video shortly, so if you like them and want them to keep coming, then just like and share as many as possible. Appreciate it a lot.